Para lang may halong credibility, I was PhilHealth Director from 2016 to 2019. Independent Director ako, representing the Monetary Board. So yung diversion ng PhilHealth funds na 90 billion, sa tingin ko, mali yun eh. It's a form of technical malversation. Kaya siguro, baka hindi niyo po alam, nag-file ako ng petition sa Supreme Court questioning the constitutionality of the zero subsidy for PhilHealth. Eh magkaugnay naman sila. Though sa Senate hearing sa Health Committee since July, medyo aktibo ako doon. Nagkataon lang, 7 yung petitioners doon. So I thought a doctor in the second petition do sa national budget natin 2025 na zero subsidy, eh dapat tayuan natin yon. So medyo alam ko yung universal healthcare because that was the last day of my office, February 2019 when President Duterte signed the universal healthcare law. And pondo related to the universal healthcare law should be earmarked only to PhilHealth. It should not be used for any other purposes except health. And the goals of the universal healthcare should be to increase the benefit package so that you reduce the what you call out-of-pocket expenditure. Right now, nasa 45% siya. At ang pangarap natin, in the 10 years since its signing, dapat 10% na ang babayarin. So let's say 1 million ang bill mo, dapat mga 100,000 na lang. In other countries, libre yan, like UK, Canada, Singapore, Thailand, Taiwan. Tayo yung isa sa pinakamataas na binabayaran natin. At yan ang dapat nating ginagawa. So kung may sobrang pera ang PhilHealth, dapat ang gagawin lang yan, increase the benefit package. Number 2, reduce the premium rate at ma-decrease yung out-of-pocket expenditure to around 10%. Ang pinangako yata ni Dr. Edwin Mercado, may pababa niya sa 25% until the term mag-end ni President Bongbong Marcos to 25%. Pero ang question ko, how can they do that when they transferred 60 billion already and then hindi sila nagbigay ng budget for 2025? And then, ang pangatlong question natin, how about the sin tax funds na automatic should also pupunta yan dapat sa PhilHealth? So, yung action na yan is a violation of two laws, the sin tax law and the universal healthcare law. Yung pangatlong issue is that if they don't give budget to PhilHealth, the direct contributors, yung mga binabawasan ng 500 pesos monthly, will be the ones to shoulder for the indirect contributors composed of the following: senior citizen, the indigents, the 4-piece receivers, at saka yung disabled. So magkakaroon tayo ng problema niyan in the long run in terms of sustainability. Number 4 is the COA report. According to Associate Justice Lazaro Bir, bankrupt na palang PhilHealth based on that. So by that alone, connecting the diversion of the 90 billion as well as the zero subsidy, baka hindi maging financially viable ang PhilHealth kung hindi natin iisipin to. Kaya naisipan ko bilang doktor involved in the sin tax law of 2012, the universal healthcare law, as well as a PhilHealth director, I am in a position to explain to the Supreme Court, just in case matawag tayo, in the oral arguments para magpaliwanag at to represent every Filipino na naghahangad for a better healthcare. Yun lang po yun. So tama ho doon. Sorry, the long and short of it, medyo mahaba explanation ko, dapat hindi nila binahilate yung universal healthcare law, and any funds, whether excess or reserve, should also only be earmarked for health and nothing else na pupuntahan.
Opo, Doc, sa all arguments last day, naungkat din po na ilan pala sa mga pondo galing po sa PhilHealth and other GOCCs ay mapupunta sa ilang mga big ticket projects. Halimbawa, yung Panay Guimaras Negros Island Bridges na nauna na pala na pondohan mula po sa Export-Import Bank of Korea. tinatanong ni Justice Lazaro Javier, ba't mo popondohan? Hindi pala, ba't nyo babawasan yung pondo ng PhilHealth? May earmark na pala na pondo at yung proyekto hindi pa nasisimulan. At bahagi din pala ng budget, Doc, ay mapupunta sa right of way. Ang iba ay gagamitin sa pension and gratuity fund, road and maintenance, no? Maintenance ng mga kalye natin sa Pilipinas. Layo, Doc, ng paggagamitan sa mga concern regarding health ng mga Pilipino.
Yeah, tama naman po si Justice Javier Lazaro kasi hindi sila urgent eh. Ang urgent yung health needs eh. Ang urgent is yung mga na-hospital na humihingi ho ng sustento para mabawasan. So those are funded projects na pala, yung PGN project, yung right of way, all of these things ay funded na. And there are infrastructures na hindi mo matatapos kaagad in 5 years or 10 years or 5 years. Samantalang nung ako'y nag-file the other day sa Supreme Court, across the street is the PGH. Ang daming tao doon nangangailangan ng tulong. So I was thinking, parang hindi fair kasi the pera allocated for them, nililipat pa natin into projects na hindi agad-agad magagawa at hindi kailang, it's not a life and death situation. Samantalang yung namamatay for heart attack, stroke, and cancer, that's a life and death situation. And ang savings nila mauubos with collateral damage to the family and productivity of the family. And to me, it's unconstitutional, it's illegal, it's immoral na maglipat ka ng pera na lalo na galing sa kanilang kontribusyon. So hindi ka tanggap-tanggap. Yan ang aking personal opinion. And I respect the Solicitor General kasi dinedefend lang naman niya ang government. Pero ang mahirap doon, sabi niya, he could not speculate on the wisdom of the Congress. So, yun ho ang sinasabi niya. So, I don't know, susunod na oral arguments on that, but I commend Associate Justice Lazaro for those information na hindi alam ng publiko at suddenly na-unveil ngayon sa ating lahat ngayon po.
Tsaka issue din dyan, Doc, ang PF ng mga katulad po ninyong doktor, lalo na yung mga doktor na tumatanggap ng bayad mula sa pamahalaan dahil, di ba, hindi rin biro ang gastos ng mga health facilities kapag hindi po na-reimburse ng PhilHealth. Doc?
Sa akin, maliit na bagay yan eh. Kasi ako naman, as part of my service, almost 30% ng tinitingnan ko sa clinic, hindi ko naman iniisip kung makakabayad ng pasyente o hindi eh. The least of my concern actually is the professional fees. Though it's important kasi nagmamigrate ang ating mga doktor. Ang hindi ko lang nagustuhan yung bayad sa COVID pandemic, charge sila sa PhilHealth when they could actually have applied that in a separate line item sa Department of Health. Kinarga nila doon eh. Nilipat nila yun eh. Dapat a separate line item. Kasi ang PhilHealth, dapat dun lang sa pangangailangan related to the current healthcare system. Not I'm saying it's not important yung pagbabayad natin sa doktor, no? But I don't want to be self-serving na dapat kami ang paglilingkuran. Part of our service is public service. And na-train ako sa Philippine General Hospital where tumutulong mismo kami in order na makalabas ang mga pasyente. So I do believe in your statement na importante yon kasi that's one of the reason why there's a massive exodus of doctors. We're the number 1 exporter of nurses in the world and the number 2 exporter of doctors. So we must also protect them. And yung pera manggagaling doon, nalalaan din dapat sa doktor kasi no healthcare system is complete without health human resource. Hindi rin kompleto kung wala kang funding lifeline from the PhilHealth. Hindi rin kompleto kung wala ka ring hospital na pagtitingnan. So these are the 3 pillars or components of the universal healthcare system. But I just don't want to glorify lang na kami, kaya ako pinaglalaban to dahil sa professional fee. It's more of the patient to yung aking concern dito.
Po, Doc, bago lang si Partner Admar, sa isang pong pagdinig sa Kongreso, sinabi po ng dating pamunuan ng PhilHealth na tinawagan daw siya. Ang instruction ay mula po sa isang cabinet meeting at nabanggit niya ang pangalan ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. na i-remit pabalik sa National Treasury yung pong pinoprotesta na pondo ng PhilHealth. Ano pong masasabi niyo doon, Doc?
Well, sabi niya, nandun ako nasa harap niya ako. It was a hearing sa Senate Health Committee at sinabi niya there was a directive daw to remit yun at through a letter of Secretary Recto to Mr. Emmanuel Ledesma, pinalipat niya yun. Ang question ko lang doon, hindi niya kinontest yun kasi dapat kinontest yun nila ni Secretary Herbosa kasi co-secretary si Ted Herbosa and chairman of the board. Kung nandun ako, gigigil ako kasi bakit naman yung kukunin yung pera ng aming departamento? Bawal yun Earmark yun for PhilHealth nasa co-secretary, if I were Ted Herbosa, lalabanan ko yun. I will debate even with the President. Mr. President, yung money yan, earmark yan ng Kongreso, ng Senado para sa PhilHealth. Hindi pwedeng kunin yan ng Department of Finance para doon. Kung excess funds ang tingin niya ni Secretary Recto, hindi dapat gamitin nila at increase nilang benefits. So, kung siya ay naging blind follower, dapat talaga mag-resign siya kasi mali yung ginawa niya Mali yun You should not be a blind follower. Part of being a leader, dapat may moral courage ka to say no to certain things na hindi dapat. And eventually, sinipa nga siya kasi mali yung decision niya. Ang hindi ko lang nagustuhan sa Bicameral Committee, ang may kasalanan ay si Emmanuel Ledesma, ang pinarusahan taong bayan by not giving a subsidy. Diba? And then eventually, pinalitan din siya. So, ang point ko doon, ipaglalaban ko yun. And based on my track record, pag hindi ko gusto yung pinagre-reportan ko, nire-resignan ko. Kasi I don't want to report to people who would take advantage of their position, lalo na kung makakasama sa taong bayan. Yan ang opinion ko. That's my personal opinion. And I think mali yun na susunod ka doon blindly para doon. And then dapat, dahil sa CEO ng PhilHealth, dapat nag-seek siya ng legal advice sa kanyang director sa legal. So kumuha sila sa GOCC, kumuha sila ng opinion sa iba't iba. Pero hindi pwedeng nilang labanan ang Republic Act, UHC, and Syntax kasi Republic Act siya and sumusunod ka lang sa utos ng executive branch. Batas yung nilalabanan mo dapat naiintindihan niya yun. Katulad yan, sumunod din siya, natanggal din siya pa napasama. Samantalang kung nag-resign siya with honor and pride, protecting the Filipino people, then the people will remember him as someone who stood for the Filipino people. Yun ang opinion ko lang.